So I forced my friend to rank every single Warframe in the game, at the moment anyway, and he has never actually played Warframe except for maybe like 10 minutes. So yeah, he'll rank all of the 60 Warframes on a few different things. First their looks, then I will give them a description off of the wiki, and then he may ask me a few questions to get a better feel of what the Warframe is. I tried my best to make sure I did not change his opinion based on my bias to make it just a little bit more fair. So if you like this video, let me know, because I have many ideas that I could kidnap, ask my friend to do. So with that being said, let's begin. Alright, well, you have no idea what you're doing today. You are not ready for this. I told you. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're right. You've told me multiple times that I'm not ready, and then you will not tell me what I am doing. So I'm here waiting for this surprise that you've hyped this up so much for.
So go ahead and look at this screen I'm streaming you, because you are ranking every single Warframe in the game of Warframe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that.
There's 60.
What? There's so many.
Yeah.
Jeez, okay.
So what I did is I got a bunch of descriptions off the wiki for them.
Yeah.
Each Warframe. I made a picture of them because a bunch of these Warframes have different variants. Some of them have these variants called Prime variants, and some have Proto frames, which you'll see in a bit.
Sure.
So I'm gonna tell you the description, and you are allowed to ask questions, except the one question: are they good? Because honestly, I may not even know.
Okay. I'm down.
So, any questions?
Yeah, are they good?
Technically, yes, all of them are.
All of them are. Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah. We got that question out of the way. All right, let's get into this.
All right. So I'm gonna start sending you pictures, and we're gonna go alphabetical order.
Right in the chat.
Yeah, just right in the chat.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So, first Warframe is Ash.
Ash.
I sent the picture. So behold this patron saint of the Orcan school of political assassination.
Oh.
Ash specializes in stealth. The edge of his blade is sooner felt than seen.
Okay. Okay,
So as you can see, we have Ash and Ash Prime.
Okay, yeah. Ash Prime looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Do I rate it now?
Yeah, you can keep discussing it. You can ask questions, do whatever, or you can just give it its rating.
You
have ratings?
Do you like it? Do you like it? Do you like Ash Prime?
Never played it.
Never played it. How much do you know of it?
Nothing.
Well, just going based off of looks, I say it's a C tier.
A C tier. Okay.
A C tier.
Okay, we'll plop him in C tier. There we go. That'll probably make somebody mad, I'm sure.
Somebody out here is mad. It's okay. We don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about it.
We don't need to worry about that, guys.
The next one we have is Atlas, which I know is some people's favorite. We have Atlas and
okay.
Atlas Prime.
Atlas Prime looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Atlas looks like a Outlast character for some reason, especially with like all the meaty flesh that's like around it.
Yeah, definitely meaty flesh.
What is that? Is that like
actually kind of accurate on that?
Really?
That's weird.
Is it? I mean, it looks pretty meaty because it has the abs. Is this like an actual person? Did he skin somebody? But like not their skin, but like has their muscle tissue.
It's a lot darker than you don't want to know.
I want to know. What are you withholding? Don't gatekeep.
So anyway, this description says enemies tremble before the brawler with fists as hard as stone. Atlas deals high damage, command terrestrial elements that form the foundation of any battlefield.
That sounds pretty badass. We'll say that's an A tier.
An A tier.
An
okay.
A tier for Atlas Prime. Because we do like Atlas Prime. Atlas Prime looks pretty bitchin', I'm not gonna lie.
That's good.
Yeah.
I know somebody's gonna be glad.
Hell yeah.
Here's your next one, which we have Banshee Prime, or just Banshee.
Oh,
so Banshee's call heralds death. She maintains crowd control and identifies enemy weak points with sonic attacks. Few can hold their position when struck by her force.
Smash. We'll say S tier for Smash.
Okay, that was an early Smash.
Early
yeah,
Smash?
that was an early Smash.
Smash.
Early. Yeah, just you wait.
We'll say F is pass.
Okay, I told you you're gonna get some fantasies here. So. All right, next
I'm already plotting.
Oh wait. Oh, you're. Do you want me to order you a body pillow?
Guy, no, you can't. You got cut this out part. Okay, you gotta cut this out. But yes.
Got you. I got you. All right. Next we have Baruk. Don't know how to pronounce his name.
All right.
And we have him. So beware the fury of the truly patient. Baruk boasts survivability and crowd control. Pushed beyond his restraint, he unleashes the storm within.
Smash. Oh, sorry. I mean, A tier.
A tier. Okay.
A tier.
You don't even want to ask questions on these guys?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. I have to ask questions. Okay, have you played him before?
No.
Okay. What do you know about him besides the description?
Do you really want to know?
I would love to know.
I know nothing on this one.
Ah, okay. Well,
I will know ones. What? I will know some that people have played that I haven't played. Don't worry.
How will I ask you questions if you don't even know who he is?
I could look something up on the wiki. I could find more skin. I could send you one of its skins.
Okay. Let's see. What horror is he? Is he good at attacking? Do they have like stats? I don't know. What is Warframe? Do they have like different stats, health points, defense? Is it like a traditional?
That's more dependent on their ability.
Dependent on their ability. So, could you say their ability one more time?
Well, I need to look at one of their abilities.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. So there's each Warframe has 4 abilities. Which ability would you like to see? 1 through 4.
4. Let's say 4.
So this is called Serene Storm. With his restraint eroded, Baruk commands the desert wind to deliver powerful radio strikes with his fists and feet. Each moment commanding the storm restores his restraint.
That sounds pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I say A tier. We'll say A tier.
Okay.
We'll say A tier. That's all I need to know.
All right. So next we have Caliban. He only has 1 form at the moment, so I will send that
Smash.
to you right now. So, the heir of 2
disrespectfully
twin
smash.
kingdoms. Oh. Okay. The heir of twin kingdoms ascends. Biological and sentient life meet in Caliban. An adept monarch, he offers crowd control and survivability. His creator had more than one world in mind.
Okay, what is his first Warframe?
His first Warframe? He is a Warframe.
Oh wait, okay. Okay. Let me rephrase that question. What are his abilities?
Okay. Choose 1 through 4. I'm not going to tell you all 4.
Let's do 3.
Okay, so his third ability is he can summon in minions. He has 3 different variants of minions. One that shoots stuff, one that melee stuff, and one that summons other minions.
You had me at minions. This guy, I think he's an A tier. He actually no. He is a smash tier, okay? We are smashing him disrespectfully.
Okay. You know what? I'll take that.
He'll take that actually in the back.
Yeah. For people watching, I did not pay him to say this, so.
Actually, you don't pay me at all. Actually,
exactly.
Yeah, actually, if anything, I pay you.
Sure.
Every now and then when you stream, I just haven't.
Hey, I've given you some stars on Facebook.
Those stars do go a long ways. I always will appreciate those stars.
Speaking of Facebook, check out these things I'm showing on screen right now.
Next, Warframe.
We have Chroma. Unleash the Draconic. Chroma employs heat, electricity, toxin, and cold to deal high damage while maintaining survivability. Soar with Winged Fury.
What is its 4th ability?
4th ability is Effigy. Chroma turns his pelt into massive sentry that strengthens nearby allies and engulfs enemies in elemental attacks.
That sounds pretty useful. I would say that might be an A tier for me. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, A tier.
All right. Keep in mind, I think this one might have skins. You can still ask for different variants of their skins.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget.
Some of these do have nicknames. so keep that in mind.
I will keep it
We
in
have
mind.
Citrine.
Citrine. Smash. You don't have to tell me anything. It's a S tier. It's an S tier. Dude, you see, I mean, she speaks for herself, honestly.
You don't even want to know her nickname?
What's her nickname?
I've heard
Mine?
her as Gemussy.
Gemussy?
Gemussy.
Gemussy?
Yeah.
Smash. See, that's all I needed to know. Gemussy. If she's known as Gemussy, come on, guys.
Yeah, you kind of have to at that point.
Next Warframe.
Next, we have Site 09, which has a proto frame named Quincy. So Site 09, he moves like a shadow, strike with force. The Orcan created a Warframe that marries damage and strength to eliminate sensitive problems, but he disappeared in the chaos of their demise. All that remains is a batch name, Site 09.
Looks pretty badass. What's his second ability?
Alright, so the second ability is known as Resupply. Throw 2 elemental ammo packs that instantly refill the active weapon's magazine while granting the weapon an additional instance of the selected elemental damage and status effect. Reload clears the effect, and sniper rifles gain extra damage.
I'm not gonna lie, I was not listening. You say it one more time.
Resupply. Throw 2 elemental ammo packs that instantly refill the active weapon's magazine, while granting the weapon an additional instance of the selected elemental damage and status effect. Reload clears the effect, and sniper rifles gain extra damage.
I personally B tier.
B tier?
B tier. Have you played as this character? I'm already rating it before I even ask the questions. God damn it.
In a sense I have. I haven't played it for too long, but I've played a little bit of it.
Okay. What do you mean by in a sense?
In a quest, you get the opportunity to play as the proto frame, which is pretty much just a skin of the Warframe, Site 09, and I played him just a little bit in the quest.
Okay. By choice or because?
No, not by choice.
Not by choice. Because you had to. Did you want to?
Not necessarily, but not. It's mainly because I didn't want to spoil what the frame was about.
I'll keep it B tier.
Okay.
I'll keep it B tier.
So the next one's name is Bagth and only has one version of it.
Smash. Oh, hold on. I need to give it a chance.
Never underestimate the power and the wrath of sullen sadness. Dageth's malice deals high damage.
You say soulless sadness? Is she?
It's sullen. I don't know what sullen means.
Sullen sadness. Is she going through it?
No idea. Don't know her lore.
Well, she looks pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. I do fuck with the no face type of look. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. What's its third ability?
Third ability. Grave Spirit. Supercharged Dageth's weapons with extra critical damage. The effects are doubled on doomed enemies. Escape fatal blows by briefly assuming a spectral form.
A tier.
Okay.
A tier. We like this one.
Solid.
Right? Yeah, we like this one.
Okay, now we got Dante, who also only has one form at the moment.
Oh, okay.
They only have one form when they've been released fairly recently, so...
What is his fourth ability?
His fourth ability, oh god. Final verse. Dante must compose 2 other verses before his final verse. Triumph, 2 light verses cast is in succession. Invigorate allies with a buff that increase health and grants overguard. Kills and assists briefly regenerate overguard. Tragedy, 2 dark verses cast in succession attack enemies. Damage over time from slash, heat, and toxin status effects accumulates in a single blast. Word Warden, a light verse followed by a dark verse, supports allies with copies of Noctua. Noctua copies synchronize their attacks with their designated ally attacks. And then Page Flight, A dark verse followed by a light verse summons paragrimes that swoop at enemies, making them vulnerable to status chance and status damage, as well as drawing enemy attacks away from enemies or allies.
There's a lot of words.
It was.
Didn't ask for an essay, but
right?
For how complicated that was, I feel like this character might be very strategic to use based off that little ability. You said it only has one skin, right?
Yes.
Have you played as Dante?
I have not.
You have not. Would you play as Dante?
I would play as every single Warframe.
Every single Warframe, okay. But would you prefer Dante over the other one? Other ones?
I will not answer that.
I'll put that A tier.
Okay.
A tier.
I want you to keep in mind for this next one. For the community, for the Warframe community, it would have been an awful thing to do if I did not put one of her skins, one of her just base normal skins, on the picture. So, we have Ember.
S tier. Smash. Hard smash. Hard smash. Smash smash. Actually, whatever abilities. Actually, you should probably ask questions. Just, actually, could you cut this part first and then say smash? Yeah,
I'll definitely do that.
So it looks like it's like I'm already rating her and asking questions. I'm asking questions and then rating her, just like, come on. I don't want to just judge a book by its cover right away. I gotta
definitely not.
Read the description, a couple pages. I gotta figure out what this character does. She looks pretty hot, literally. So I'm guessing she has some fire abilities. Does she? What's her fourth ability?
Inferno. Command a flaming comet to crash down in front of Ember, engulfing enemies with a fire that can spread through their ranks.
Yeah, I like that one. We're gonna have S tier on this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, S tier. Because I asked questions first.
Yes.
Of course.
So next we'll have Equinox, which has two forms. So Equinox rises from the edge of day and night. Her day form offers offensive support, while her night form offers defensive support. She thrives between realms. And there she is. Oh, I never looked at that picture.
Which one? There's two of them. What do you mean?
You'll see.
The thick one or the white and black one?
Yeah.
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 Well, let's see. I kind of like the white and black one. I do kind of fuck with the look. I think it's pretty bitchin'. I also think the other one's pretty bitchin'.
Based on yin and yang.
Yin and yang. What is her first ability?
First ability is Metamorphosis. Switch forms temporarily, gaining bonus shields and armor in night form, or bonus damage and speed in day form.
I feel, just based off that, she's pretty strategic and quick to use. Okay, so I don't know Warframe, but do each individual... Okay, so all these characters Warframes?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a proper terminology to call them Warframes, like that's fine to say.
Yes.
I don't know. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So do each Warframe have a specific set of stats rather than abilities? And I think I might have already asked this, but I just want to ask again.
They do. Some have varying health, varying shield. That's mainly it. Their abilities are what defines the damage they do.
Okay. I would put Equinox. I'm gonna say B tier. I'm gonna say B tier. I feel like it sounds really cool, but it's not. I've been misled before.
Well, I guess we'll see.
You know what? No, I'm changing my idea. I'm changing my opinion. Okay, we're gonna choose A tier. Okay, we're gonna choose A tier. Okay. Because I decided it's gonna be A tier again. Okay.
Okay. Definitely not because of the thighs, right?
Yeah. Why would you even? Why do you even mention that? What are you talking about? Why are you looking at it? Why are you so pervy? What the heck?
Yeah, definitely.
Pervy on your own video? Crazy.
All right, so the next Warframe is one of the most, like, how do I say it, franchise popular. I wouldn't say it's more popular with certain people. I'm just saying it's like when you think Warframe, you think this guy, right? So we have Excalibur. Excalibur epitomizes the warrior spirit. His master swordsmanship deals high damage. He is the embodiment of martial excellence. And he has 4 different forms.
Okay.
He has the most different amount of forms than anyone else.
Oh,
we have
okay.
Excalibur, Excalibur Prime, Excalibur Umbra, and Proto-Frame Excalibur named Arthur.
I don't know, Arthur looks kind of badass, but so does Umbria. Umbra? The other ones just kind of look like unmolded clay, to be completely honest. But Proto-Frame Arthur, I think with the middle part that's going on there and the scar on the cheek, he's been through some shit, man. He's been through some shit. He doesn't take shit. I think he's a powerful character, to be honest. Plus, he looks pretty badass in the black with the gold. So I'm gonna... What's his first ability?
First ability, Slash Dash. Dash between enemies while slashing with the Exalted Blade.
Is this the first character you play as?
No.
No? Okay. Because, look, me as a Warframe professional, I'm like a veteran, okay? I'm a Warframe veteran. I've played for a total of 10 minutes. And, I mean, there was this fast, slashy character that I played as who was black. He kind of looked like this guy. He was pretty cool. At least for the tutorial. Is he anything like that? Is he anything like the first character that you play as?
Well, I can't say so because I was never given the option to play him as my first character.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say, what's another good question I can ask? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what good questions to ask for a game.
Here.
I don't know.
I will tell you a few things. I'll tell you 2 things I can tell you, or 3 things.
Sure.
Excalibur Prime, no one can ever get again. And they stopped letting you get it a long time ago. So people were grandfathered into having it. Once you have it, you cannot sell it. No one ever can get it again.
Okay.
Excalibur Umbra, in a way, killed his son. And Arthur, you can kiss.
You can kiss Arthur?
You can kiss all the or almost all the proto.
What do you mean you can, like, on the lips, like passionately with eye contact and stuff?
Oh, after this video, I'm gonna show you.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm not. What do you mean? You're gonna after the video? You're gonna. What are you gonna show me? What are you gonna show me? A little sneak peek right now, actually. Here, pause the recording real quick. Let's just a little see.
Okay.
No, that's weird. Let's do. I feel like because he's a grandfather character, he might have been a little OP. Maybe. I'm not sure. You can't trade him. He's like a rare Pokemon. All right, S tier. I'm back.
S tier.
S tier. We're going S tier with this one. For the rarity of this guy.
So next we have Frost. When Frost steps onto the battlefield, enemies experience a chill. Frost's attacks control crowds, protect objectives, and increase survivability. Wield the biting cold. Now, Frost has 3 different variants, one of which, his Proto-Frame, recently came out.
Recently? Okay. Proto-Frame. So, I mean, I probably should have asked this question a long ago, but is there a difference between, like, these skins, like the Prime and Proto-Frame and such?
Okay, so just the normal version is just their normal version when they were first released.
Sure.
The Prime version, they just get a slight increase in their, like, health and shields, and that is considered when they were first made in the very old era, and you can now get them new as day. And then the Proto-Frame, there's a lot of lore to go through, but it's basically a Proto-Frame in the year 1999. It's like a Warframe in 1999.
Okay, so slight health stat boost and just older version of one. Okay, what's his first ability?
His first ability is Freeze, a frigid energy blast that freezes targets in the tracks. Very specific.
Pretty interesting. Wouldn't have guessed that's one of his abilities. I would put him, because that's pretty useful, you know, it is pretty useful to stop enemies right at their tracks. I would say that he's a pretty good character, and based off the, you know, Warframe veteran I am for the, you know, and watching your videos, I would say this guy might be an A tier.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to say S tier, but I'm gonna say A tier, okay? A tier.
All right.
I'm ready for this. What's the next one? Next, Warframe. Next, Warframe.
Next, we have Gara. Enemies are made fragile by Gara's deadly touch. Gara's Vitric abilities provide her and her allies with survivability and deal high damage. Shatter the foe. She only has 2 different forms.
Oh shoot, she looks really badass. At least in the Prime version. What is her third ability?
Third ability is Spectrage or something.
Hemorrhage?
Trap enemies in a hemorrhage. Yes, it's a hemorrhage. Spectrage, trap enemies in a carousel of mirrors, forcing them to attack visions of their true selves. Destroy mirrors, damage their attackers, as does the collapse of the carousel.
I want to say A tier for this one. A tier. No, illusions. Is that? Could I get another ability?
Okay.
Just make it random. I don't care.
I will actually. Yeah, I'll give you her second ability. It's called Splinter Storm. Gara's armor splinters into a maelstrom of shattered glass that slices enemies and impairs their weapons. Allies who contact the cloud are fortified against damage.
A tier. I want to say A tier. That sounds pretty useful. Sounds pretty interesting.
Right.
I personally would play. 10 out of 10 would play again.
Yeah.
Because I have played all these characters before. Yeah, I'm a veteran actually. I know what I'm doing.
100% you have.
100%. What else would I be doing with my time? Okay. Actually, you see how messy my room is back here? Actually, I had to clean it for this video because all I do is spend my time playing Warframe and money. This is like pay to win, right? Or like you have to pay a lot.
Definitely, yeah.
Do you pay money to get Warframe characters?
No, actually, Warframe is the most free to play game.
Really? Okay.
Really?
Wow. Well, I was just testing you, you know. Good old knee slapper, G Willikers, I got you again.
Now we have Garuda. Death's Crimson Maiden sharpens her talons. Garuda weaponizes the blood of her foes to deal high damage. Sanguine Beauty complements her deadly power.
Oh, smash. I mean, I will say she is a dime, so she gets smashed. S tier. Respectfully.
Okay. Another S tier. All right. So next we have Gaus. Take charge with the Saint of Ultra. Gaus is fast, deals high damage, and his strong survivability movement charges his powerful battery, so never stop moving.
The normal one looks pretty mid, not gonna lie.
I agree. Yeah.
The Prime has a pretty good glow up. I'm not gonna lie. I do fuck a lot with the whole look of it. I do like its sharp edges. The other one looks way too friendly. What's its? Can you read me 2 of its abilities? I'm curious.
Okay. So its first ability, you just run super duper fast. That's pretty much it. You can run into walls and it'll do explode, and damage a lot of enemies nearby. The fourth ability allows your battery that allows you to deal more damage and stuff like that, allows that to overcharge, which makes it so you do even more damage with your abilities as long as you keep running. Running is what charges it.
Have you played this character before?
Yes.
Have you played this character before on your last stream?
Yes.
Because it does look familiar. I will say, I think this might. Okay, I can't ask if you like it, but I like the fact that you can keep running and running and running, and then because like you move quicker, right, with this character, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if that's the case, I want to say S tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems kind of S tierish to me.
All right. Next, we have Grenle. Grenle sees every battlefield as a smorgasbord. His
Smorgas.
insatiable appetite rewards him with high survivability. Enemies will be eaten and regurgitated.
That's pretty gross. But gnarly, dude. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, we like this one. Oh, it fits. He fits. He fits the description. He fits. He matches the description. 100%. He's a big boy. He eats his greens and asks for more. He eats his fucking... He eats everything on the goddamn plate. Look at him. He looks pretty gross on the first one. Looks like your typical trailer park dad. But I think he had a pretty good glow up. Even though he has the same like width of his stomach. I mean, I'm gonna have to say S tier. I mean, what other enemy do you know eats you, regurgitates you, and shit? Like, that's pretty fucking badass.
I mean, giant birds do it.
Well, is giant bird Warframe?
No.
Exactly. And like, I say S tier. I don't even need to know its abilities.
Okay. All right, next we have Guyire. Annihilate enemies with the conductivity of coils and transmitters. Guyire's electric attacks provide crowd control. She is the embodiment of the elegant theory. And she only has one form.
Okay. What's her fourth ability?
Fourth ability is Rotors Well. Guyire's mechanisms spin at incredible speeds, generating an electric field that shocks nearby enemies. When Guyire gets a critical hit, a large electrical discharge will chain from the enemy that was hit to nearby enemies.
All of these characters sound so good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's hard to like realistically put them anything below like a B or C tier, or anything below an A tier. Because like I have all of mine in S and A, equally tied at the moment. Like, how, like, would you have? Okay, let me ask you this: would you put other characters in like a C or B tier?
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
just
okay.
based off how they look. Just
Okay.
based off one of their variants, I would.
One of their variants. Okay. But their descriptions sound so cool.
I know, because they were written by Warframe itself.
I'm gonna say A tier on this one.
Okay.
A tier.
All right.
Because it's cool. It has like that shock ability, like how I'm imagining it at least. I think it'd be pretty cool.
All right. Next, we have Harlo. Achieve redemption through vengeance. The monastic Harlo increases damage to support allies, defy enemies, and ascend.
Okay, this one's an easy B tier for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you don't like his look.
I don't like his look. I don't know. It doesn't really appeal to me.
Okay.
I do not fucks with it.
Interesting. Very interesting. Is that final?
No, actually, let me know its abilities. Actually, I should probably ask.
Okay. Well, which ability are you curious about?
Let's yeah. I'm gonna let you pick. You pick at least one out of the four that they probably have.
I'm gonna pick the one that has the least amount of words. Condemn. Cast a wave of energy that chains them where they stand. Each enemy held reinforces Harrow's shield.
That sounds pretty useful. I'm not gonna lie. That. Okay, I'm switching it to A tier.
Okay.
It sounds pretty interesting, to be honest.
All right. Okay. All these sound quite useful.
But are they? Are they actually that useful? That is my
Are
big
they
question.
actually
Because they
that
sound
useful?
so cool, but I'm like, maybe are they? Are they really? Am I just getting scammed? Because like when you actually play as the character, you read this really dope ass description, but when you're playing it, it's like, never mind. You know?
Yeah.
It's a kind of actually ass. Is it? I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't have Harlo yet.
Okay, I'm gonna say A tier for this one though.
Okay.
Next, Warframe.
Hilddin. Strength is Hilddin's virtue. Her unique... it's a her. Okay. Her unique high damage abilities are powered by her shields, which can be recharged with energy. Hilddin proves that a strong offense is a good defense.
Looks kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. What is this?
It's a girl.
Who designed this?
I bet I could find that out.
Fire them for the community, which I'm so proudly part of because I'm actually a Warframe veteran. Actually, I don't know if you knew this, but I actually stream. I streamed earlier today, Warframe, I think. I go by this channel called Oblivion Legacy. Totally should subscribe. I'm not gonna lie. I'm putting this at F tier. Our first F. Our first pass.
Our first F.
Our first pass.
That might make people mad.
Well, let them be mad, because frankly, my opinion is so much better than theirs. Because like I said, I'm a Warframe veteran. I don't know how many times I need to say it.
You're a Warframe veteran.
I'm a Warframe veteran. I actually know everything about the game that there needs to be.
Okay. Next, we have a sea captain Hydroid. Hydroid summons the power of the ocean depth. He provides crowd control with aqueous attacks. His enemies will meet a watery demise.
Okay. Okay. The normal one looks pretty crappy, but the Prime, we do like the Prime. The Prime does look pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. Can we get 360 on that Prime?
Oh.
Nope. Okay, got you.
Okay.
No. What's its fourth ability? Actually, no. First.
His first ability is Tempest Barrage. Summon a tempest to rain down upon a target area.
That seems pretty interesting. I'm gonna say A tier.
Okay.
Also basing that off of the Prime variant. Because the Prime variant looks pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
NGL.
Now we have the Master of Sand. The Master of Sand Warframe. We have Enaros. Enaros commands the fearsome desert. He survives like an ever-shifting sands that empower him. Legends recall Enaros as the Fear Eater.
Fear Eater?
Fear Eater. Look how scary he is.
He looks pretty cool. He has like that like mummy pose, which makes it's rather fitting because it's sand and shit. What's his first ability?
All right, the first ability is Desiccation. Blast enemies with a wave of cursed sand that blinds them and steals their health.
Steals their health? So you get it.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm thinking like a Shang Tsung type thing from Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
If it's like that, then I would want to say this character's pretty badass. I want to say A tier.
All right.
I don't like that response. I want more excitement in that all right.
I haven't tried the Warframe.
Next Warframe.
Okay, we got Evara. Evara is the huntress that draws her bow. Evara is stealth itself.
S tier.
Her enemies live in fear of her sudden attacks. Did you just say S tier because it's a she?
No. I said S tier because she is a stealthy character.
Okay. Stealthy. Okay.
S tier. No, she's actually funny enough, I think I prefer the first, like, I don't think I like the Prime at all. I think the Prime's just like a complete over design. I do think the normal one is also a bit over designed. I think a lot of these characters are over designed, but that's like the whole vibe of Warframe in general. At least for this one, I feel like it could be a little simpler. For the character design alone, because I do really like the hood. I don't know why. I don't know. I really like that like cap over and then like that single face.
Now I want you to think about this. What if that's not a hood? What if that's a nose?
Is that a nose?
I don't know. What if it is?
But it's a weird placement for a nose. Well, actually,
right?
Computer enhanced.
I just thought about that.
I don't think that's a nose. I think that's a hood. Because there's also, I mean, that would have to be a nose in the other one as well. Okay, going based off of the character design alone, I would put this at a C tier.
Okay. Our next C tier.
All
right. Next, we have Jade, the Warframe that made history. You may wonder why she made history.
Yeah, why she make history?
You may find out.
I would love
Jade,
to find out.
You would love to find out. Well, you will find out. Jade become enraptured by a song of devastation. Through her, the Jade Light can be a force of destruction or a source of support. Jade, with that picture, is the very first pregnant Warframe.
Pregnant Warframe? She's gonna go maternity leave. She used to me. Just kidding. I don't actually like that, to be honest. I don't like that she's pregnant? Is that why is she pregnant?
I don't know.
Who's the father, and can he fight?
The father is technically another Warframe. That's where it starts getting a little complicated. A Warframe that wants to kill you.
Well, I have experienced. I'm just bullshitting. But yeah, why is she pregnant though? That's actually kind of weird. Like it's cool. That's like it's different, and you know you can get pregnant. Like why? Is it like there's super baby powers, pregnant baby powers type thing, or what? What's going on here?
It's a very, very complicated story.
Which I'm pretty sure you have time to tell.
Yes, but not for this video. So make your ranking.
My ranking is a C tier.
Okay, that's all right. She is awful to farm, by the way. So
yeah, because I knew that as a Warframe veteran myself.
Exactly. This next one, I think I know which one you're gonna pick, but we'll see. So, we got the cat lover Warframe, Kora. Kora is red in whip and claw. She works together with her Kavat companion, Venari, to deal high damage and provide crowd control. 2 bodies, 1 will.
Going off of the character's design alone, I want to say, what's her ability?
But which ability would you like to know about?
The coolest one.
We'll do this one. Venari, which is her Kavat, which is a cat, technically, is command Venari to focus on a target. Hold to cycle between attack, protect, and heal postures. If Venari is killed, use the ability to revive her instantly.
I die a lot, so in like any game. So I want to say that's an A tier for me, because I like being revived.
But they are talking about reviving the cat, not the Warframe.
Oh. Well, actually, I do like cats, so A tier still. Still stands.
You didn't look at the hips there or anything?
She do got some hips, I'm not gonna lie. You know what else isn't lying? Those hips.
Okay.
Personally for you, actually, Tyler, what is your opinion on this character and the way she looks?
I personally have a different one that I'd rather. So.
Rather what?
On to the next Warframe.
Rather what? No. What do you mean? Chat, can we clip this? What is he talking about, guys?
Oh, you'll see.
Next Warframe.
We have Kome. Test your luck with the Dice Maiden. Kome weaves fate to unleash damage and ensure her survival. To the virtuous, she is an oracle. To the wicked, she is a perilous game of chance. She only has 1 form. She was released shortly before I started playing Warframe myself.
This one, I actually really like the character design on this. I still think it's over-designed, as I do with all the Warframe characters. Maybe because it's a redhead, I'm not gonna lie. It does look really cool though, because like she has this, like, you know when you wrap around a hoodie around your waist.
Yes.
Like she has that going on too. There's also really cool. It's like blended into her body, and then with her hair is all kind of like metallic and such. And is that electricity flowing through her? Like that bolt of yellow?
Possibly. I don't know if that's exactly electricity, but that's something.
I think it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think this one might be an S tier.
Okay, no abilities needed.
No ability needed.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I will say I do like that Warframe. That was my 3rd Warframe I've ever gotten. So
she looks pretty cool. So I bet her abilities are pretty cool too.
There we go. Yeah.
I gotta get some more men in the S tier, or else they're gonna think I'm
You have Grenle, Gaus, Excalibur, maybe Caliban. I think it's it.
It's almost balanced. I think maybe. I don't know.
Nearly.
We can say
all
it
right. Speaking of men.
Wait a minute. Where's this going?
Karvo. Karvo answers for his sins and the sins of others. His daggers and melee prowess deal high damage. Sees the power of treachery to slake his thirst for revenge.
Okay.
And he also only has 1 form.
I I'd say this is a B tier, just based off of the looks. But what are his abilities?
Am I gonna have to choose for you once again?
E.
Indecisive much?
I'm just making you choose because I think you either choose the coolest one or the one that has the least amount of words.
Well, I will choose the Storm of Yuko. The void answers Kalervo's invocation with a storm of daggers that rain down upon his enemies.
Okay, this is easily an A tier. Easily an A tier. You know why? Because okay, so there's this game completely different from Warframe. It's called Dragon Ball Z Infinite World, where there's this character called Majin Kid Buu, who has an ability called I think something rain, instant rain maybe. I don't know what it is, but basically he has like this purple lightning power that he brings down, and it's really cool. And like that's how I'm imagining Kalarvo over here is like as well. Next, Warframe.
Next, we have Lavos. The Serpents of Lavos encourage him as he transmutes the battlefield. He uses toxin, cold, electricity, and heat to deal elemental damage. Harness the power of the Dark Alchemist.
Whoa.
Now, his Prime version was the latest Prime to be released.
Dude, basing off this character, this is easily an F tier for me.
Ooh.
Easily. I do not like the
design?
I do not like the design whatsoever.
Not even the Prime?
I think the Prime's worse. What is that?
Really?
Piss yellow?
That's supposed to be gold.
I know it's supposed to be gold. It's just like I don't fuck with it. I'm not gonna lie. You like it, don't you?
I know a lot of people do like it.
Well,
very interesting.
That's a shame because I'm a Warframe veteran. I know what I'm talking about.
Yes, he does.
What are his abilities, by the way? Before I make my final decision.
One of his abilities is he can just if you see like the little rings or like little things on his shoulders, I think those like come out and can attack. He can also do a charge. He can summon nearly every element there is. So there's that.
You said he can summon any element?
Yes.
What are the elements? Is it like the Avatar elements like fire, earth, water, and shit?
A little more complicated than that because there's a few main elements. There's toxin, cold, electricity, and heat. But then those can combine into each other to get different ones like viral, gas, corrosion, magnetic, stuff like that.
Okay, that seems pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. If only the character was cooler looking, in my opinion. I don't like the character design. Actually, if it wasn't so aggressively golden, I think I might like it better. Or if it wasn't golden, if it was like replaced with a green, like replace the green with something else, I mean, with more black. I think I would like the character more. It's just like those two colors don't seem too appealing to me, you know?
Yeah.
But the design itself, I think I am growing to like it. At least with the arms, I like the gauntlet looking thing going on there. I'm gonna say this is A tier.
Oh, what a jump!
Yeah, what a jump.
All right, we have next is Limbo. Limbo is not a game you play at parties. It is the master, the rift between shadow and substance. Limbo disrupts time-space to provide crowd control. He is at home where others struggle with what is real.
How long can he stop time? Or slow down time?
No idea.
Okay, because that matters to me.
That was his description.
That matters
was his
to me.
description.
What is his abilities?
Okay.
The one that's relating to stopping or slowing down time. Unless they're all related to that.
And I can look at the stats, so I will look.
I do not like Limbo's first design. What is that? What is that on top of his head? Why is he built like that? What the hell? I actually don't really like. Okay, based off the character design alone, this is easily an F. Like actually, like not playing around this time. Just character design alone. Prime though, I do kind of like the hat, but it's also the shoulders look a little bit better too. And I do like that like split in between the middle and with like the white trim. for Prime. What are its abilities again? Sorry.
Okay, so the freezing one, freeze time, I'm guessing this is the one. And from at most, without any modding or modification to the frame, it'll be about 15 seconds, and it's called stasis. Freezes rift-bound enemies, while active enemy projectiles are arrested in mid-air, resuming its trajectory when stasis ends.
How often can you use abilities? Like if you can use one ability and then another ability like immediately after, or is there like a cooldown?
It depends on the ability. Each Warframe has a thing known as energy, which prevents you, or which you have to have enough energy to be able to use that ability.
Okay. And how do you get energy? You just get that just by collecting and destroying items?
Just by playing the game. Some things give you more energy, some things don't.
I will say, I think this might be a C tier.
Okay.
I think this is a C tier. I am certain of it.
All right, we'll go with that then. Okay, next is Loki. Loki knows the art of deception. The trickster employs stealth to sabotage enemies and sow confusion.
What the hell is that? It's like a hammerhead shark. Why is he built like that? The second one looks cool. The first one, no. It's like that weird awkward middle school phase that we all went through.
You can't see it, but it's like cool. He kind of has like a protruding stomach.
Yeah, I was looking at it. Why is his like right leg so thick? And the other one looks like fully upgraded, but this one looks awkward as shit. The hammerhead look? No, that's not cool whatsoever. He needs a black variant. He needs to come in black.
Okay. So are you wanting to know his abilities?
Yes, but I want to guess on one. I'm pretty sure one has to do with deceiving one of the enemies.
Oh, great job. Great guess.
I think the other one has to do with going invisible.
Yep. There's one of those.
Oh shit, actually?
So yep.
Okay.
And his deceiving one is he can cast an ability to just set a decoy, and all the enemies will go up to that decoy.
Okay, is that his other ability then? Or is...
Yes, he has a total of 4 abilities.
Whoa, did I say all 4? Did we say all 4?
No, you said 2 of them.
You said 2, you said 1. I'm guessing his other one has to do with teleportation.
Oh my god. Loki can instantaneously swap positions with a target, confusing the enemy.
I fucking knew it. Jesus. Cause I mean, I already knew it, of course, because I'm a Warframe veteran and I already know all these things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. I just basically got that off of like, just in general, just like knowing like Loki as a character.
So he's a predictable Warframe.
He's a predictable Warframe. I want to say, out of all the other characters that you could play as, I feel like I would play Loki the least, personally, out of the ones that we've said so far. So that being the case, I want to say C tier.
Okay.
No. B tier.
Okay.
B tier.
That's a nice happy medium.
It's a good happy medium. Yeah.
Okay.
I was debating it. But I was like, no. I mean, his abilities are pretty useful. I'm just like, I don't think I would personally play him all that much.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Next, Warframe.
Next, it's been a while, but this is our next proto frame, which is you can, like I mentioned with the Excalibur one, you can kiss some of the proto frames. This is one of them.
Why can you kiss these proto frames? Why is that an option?
You can romance some of these proto frames.
What the why? This is like unnecessary. Is there a 4K 60 frames per second version of this game? It probably is, actually. I just need like...
You said 60 frames per second?
60 frames a second video.
I play in 144 frames per second.
Oh,
so
shit. Yeah, that's right. People have better monitors than I do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I forget that it goes above 60.
Here, I will read you off this frame and maybe you'll feel a little bit better. So Mag is the second one of the starting Warframes, I believe, that you could choose from. You can take down your enemies with magnetic force. Mag alters magnetic fields to provide crowd control and strip enemy defenses. Few can resist her attraction or her repulsion. Kind of literally. I wanted to add that part. So we have Mag Prime, and her proto-frame Owie. That's how you pronounce it, is Owie.
This is what we're simping over?
What some people are, yes.
I'm sorry, I thought I think the other ones that we've seen before.
Here, I will see if I can't get a better picture.
Yeah, this is probably her awkward shots, not her good side. Everyone has their days.
Here is the other photo of Owie, so you can get a better look. And I'm not trying to wave any bias, right? I'm trying to make sure you have all the necessary information you need to be able to make a logical choice.
With the lighting in this one, she does look kind of badass. I'm not a fan of the V-cut bangs.
Okay.
I have never been a fan of those, but let's take that out of the equation. Okay, character design. I'm actually enjoying the character design a bit more on this one. I do like she has like guns holstered right there, but I feel like that would be a bad thing to cross arms. Maybe, I don't know. But it does look pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, I do fuck with the harness with it. I do like the like, I don't want to say the gauntlet, but the thing that like wraps around all those metal strings. Claws. I want to say, what is her first ability?
See, her first ability is Pull. Mag stuns enemies as she manifests a magnetic vortex. The vortex pulls in polarized shards and stuns enemies to place them directly in front of her.
Have you played as this character?
I just said I didn't.
Oh, sorry. I'll say B tier.
Okay.
B tier, A tier. I'm still deciding, but now let's go A tier.
Okay.
Next, Warframe.
Next is Mesa. The gunslinger has a deadly hand. Each shot deals high damage. Mesa is the fastest to draw in the realm.
Okay, that sounds pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay, look, Mesa. Oh, actually, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, look. I'm getting very strong cartoony vibes. Not cartoony vibes, but like, ever play this game called Bomb Rush Cyberpunk?
No.
Do you know of it?
No.
I feel like the Mesa character would just be would be a character off that. But the second one, the Prime, that one's pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. What's her first ability? Or his, or their, what is it?
I was trying to see if I could remember. I think it's a girl.
Okay. I saw the hips and like the small waist, so I was like, it might be a her.
Okay. Her first ability is Ballistic Battery. When activated, this power stores damage caused by guns. When triggered again, the damage is channeled through the next gunshot.
I want to say this might easily be an S tier.
Okay.
I think it, or her being a gunslinger and being really quick, she would be a distance base. Wait, okay. Are every Warframe like up close type of? So like they all have like their specific like variations where like this one's really good at mid range, this one's really good at far range, this one's really good at close, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is this character a far character, like a far range character?
I'd say so.
I feel like this is an S tier.
Okay.
Taking that gas.
Do that then. All right, perfect. So now we have Mirage. Mirage's sleight of hand complements her might. Her dazzled foes take heavy damage. Doppelgangers, lasers, and traps are elements of her stagecraft.
What the hell? Looks kind of goofy. I do not like the first one. She looks
you don't like her left hand?
Her right left hand is like a big femur or something like that. I don't know. Let's say that I need to know her third ability.
Third ability is Eclipse. When you tap the button, it temporarily reduces the damage Mirage takes from enemies. When you hold the button, it temporarily increases Mirage's weapon damage.
Okay. I want to say this one is a B tier.
Okay. Well, you don't like that femur hand?
I don't like the femur hand. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of throwing me off for the character.
Okay. So that's your final guess, correct?
Don't make me second guess myself. Just go with it. God damn it.
Okay. Okay. So that's your final guess. Next, we have Necros. There is a Reaper whose name is Necros. He provides deathly crowd control. Erstwhile enemies become allies when Necros calls up recruits from the
I
dead.
see. I have such a triangle-shaped body. I see. Like so.
Dude, it's Phineas.
It's like Phineas. Yeah. No kidding. Why does he look like that? Because like with the those are his organs, or what are they made out of, by the way? Are these machines?
That's another hard to explain thing.
Because they have like energy. I mean, this guy has energy in the middle of him, and such. I bet like that glows and changes brightness. I don't like him. He looks like one of the twins from Outlast 1.
He skipped leg and arm day, but
For
not
real.
back day.
He went hard on the torso. Did not work out the sides or his abs. I don't know what those are scientifically called, but bro has some traps. Massive traps. Actually, I don't think he has I don't think, does he have like a neck? It's just trapped to head, really. Because
His
the other
prime
one,
version has a neck.
other one has a neck. Yeah, he has a neck right there, like a big ol' neck. But like, actually not a big ol' neck, but like this guy, maybe he's all neck. What the hell?
He is the neck.
Neck gross. Anyway, what's his first ability?
Soul Punch. A blow so powerful it turns the enemy's very soul into a deadly projectile, damaging all in its path.
Okay, I want to say this might be an A tier. If it's the way it's if he battles the way he battles in my head, I think this is an A tier. Easy A tier.
Okay. Ooh, throw him up there, Mr. Phineas. All right. Now this one, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but it's Nezha. The Mercurial Firemonger protects the innocent. Nezha's multifaceted tactics give him high survivability as he inflicts damage and provides crowd control. His fire is the clarion of hope.
Is he like mid pose with the other one?
Yeah, he just mid pose. The other one just standing there and
Standing.
posing. He's a bit of a poser.
Bro is a bit of a poser, yeah. Get that like JoJo look to it. No, I'm just kidding. What's his first ability?
First ability is Firewalker. Blaze a trail of flames, scorching enemies and cleansing allies.
I want to say this is a B tier.
Okay. All right. There we go. Filling up the B tier section now.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next we have Nidus, which I will say when I first started, Nidus Prime was supposed to be rare, but then they recently brought it back in a Prime Resurgence. So there's that. So Nidus draws strength from the infestation. It bolsters him with survivability as he deals high damage and provides crowd control. Plague your enemies.
Okay, I don't. Hold on. At first, I looked. At second, I saw. At third, I processed. And what I processed is that I think he's actually kind of cool. At first I didn't like him, and then I gave it a little second thought. And now, what does he? Do these Warframe characters have like a specific place they're like born in and such? Is there like lore to that?
Probably, some of which I do not know.
I want to say, based off the design alone, off the
Not even the
prime.
first ability.
I'm just basing off the way they look. I would say that this is an A tier. But before I make that complete assessment, let's figure out what his ability is.
His first ability is Virulence. Rupture the ground with a damaging fungal growth that steals energy from each enemy it strikes. For every 5 enemies hit, the infestation mutates, multiplying its destructive force.
I would say A tier.
Okay.
A tier at this one.
Up there then. All right. Now we have the next one, which is one of the newer proto frames, one of the half human, half Warframes, and we have Nova. Harness antimatter. Nova uses antiparticles to provide crowd control and amplify damage output. She obliterates enemies by destabilizing matter itself.
What the hell? Why does she look like that?
You don't like her head bulges?
I don't like her head bulges. I'm not gonna lie. I'll keep it a buck with you.
Well, the Prime version has 2 head bulges.
It's not fitting my fancy.
What is your is her proto frame not your type either?
No. I don't like it. Also, what's going on with her arm? It's like human cybernetic.
That's the proto frame thing. That's
Oh yeah,
a proto frame thing.
That's right. Okay. With her, she's like cracking like a porcelain doll. I don't like it. I don't like her. I don't even care what her ability is. She's an easy F for me. I do not like the character design.
Ooh, rest in peace the Kaya fans. Ooh.
Yeah, rest in peace for having such a shitty character to fan over.
Okay.
I bet she has cool abilities though, and I'm gonna get like absolutely slaughtered. But like, come on,
yeah,
have a better
some cool
character. Have a better character design.
Well, luckily for you, this character isn't the fan favorite of the proto frames because the one I'm about to show you is. Which I'm not trying to curb your judgment or anything, but we have Nyx. Psychic attacks make Nyx a dangerous foe. She reaches into enemy consciousness to provide crowd control and turn their attacks back on them. Such manipulation can turn the tide of battle.
Smash.
Smash?
Smash.
Which one?
Yes.
Okay.
What are her abilities?
That is a great question. All right. So, 1, 2, or 3, or 4.
Let's do 2.
Okay, Psychic Bolts. Nyx unleashes a volley of psychic bolts that track and strike nearby enemies with telekinetic precision. When enemies are slain, additional bolts scatter to new targets. Striking foes weakens their defenses and transfers a portion to Nyx.
Can you read me another ability?
We'll go with the first one, Mind Control. Nyx seizes control of a target's mind, compelling them to fight for the Tenno cause. Controlled enemies have increased radiation status chance, and when Nyx shoots them, they also have increased damage multiplier.
I want to say this is an A tier.
All right, well, remind me to show you her kiss scene.
Whoa. I think someone just knocked on the door. But that's crazy.
You're gonna get murdered tonight.
I might. I'm not gonna lie. I have had a little nightmare.
It's the Nova fans coming after you.
It's the Nova fans. The darn Nova fans. Who are they again? Have we done Nova fans already? Nova? Have we done Nova?
The very last one we did.
Yeah. Nova. Dumb looking character. I'm looking at it right now. Stinky.
All right. Well, if you think that looks weird, I'm curious to hear your opinion on Oberon. Healing and suffering do Oberon's bidding. His command of the natural world supports allies. Boon to his friends, bane of his foes.
I don't like his character. He looks so weird. Cause like, I really don't. I'll keep it a buck with you. I don't like the way he looks.
Interesting.
What's his first ability? Cause this guy needs a little help.
His first ability is Smite, and no, it's not an enchantment. So you focus deadly energy within a target and then projects it outwards, damaging both the target and surrounding enemies.
Okay. Can you read me another one?
Let's do Hallowed Ground. Sanctifies the ground before Oberon with righteous fire, inflicting damage to any enemy that stands in the flames.
How big is the fire? Is it like moderately big?
Let's see. Ooh, it's saying there's a radius can get up to 15 meters.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't think of 15 meters in my head.
That's 15 Minecraft blocks.
Oh. Well, in that case, I can think of 15 meters in my head. So, he's been promoted from F tier to B tier.
Okay. Interesting.
F tier mostly because of his design. God, he looks worse than the other character I rated. Fucking Nova.
Oh,
This one's stinkier. This one's poopy dookie baluki.
well, if it makes you feel any better, this next Warframe is kind of right up your alley. Okay, Octavia. So Octavia turns bass, beat, and melody into a symphony of devastation. The music of her manticore gives her high survivability and supports allies. Her composition means the enemy's destruction.
I don't like the color scheme of normal Octavia, but Prime goes hard.
Is now a bad time, so late into seeing all these Warframes, that you can pretty much change all of the colors on all of the Warframes.
You know, I might have to change a couple of these characters then.
I don't know, it's too late.
Because if their colors are customizable, then we can throw that opinion out the window. Okay, a better color scheme would help if it wasn't like fucking neon blue and purple. Like, what the hell is that? It looks like the most annoying colors combined. I don't know. Sorry, I saw like a pair of these leggings that also had those colors at that same store I went to earlier. It just screamed annoying. But the dark gold and the dark red with the kind of light gray going on there goes hard. I am trying to imagine the other character with a different hue. What's your first ability?
Let's see. Mallet, or is it Mallet? One of the two. Rhythmically beats damage into nearby enemies and draws their fire. Damage inflicted on the mallet or melee increases its lethality.
I want to say C tier. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't like a music frame?
No. Actually. Let's say A tier. I changed my mind. I did the math in my head. And I changed my mind.
Realized she was a music frame?
No. Music's cool, okay?
Next, we have Protea. So Protea knows all about protection. Her vast arsenal inflicts damage and provides ally support. She can even manipulate time itself.
If she can manipulate time, does she... Okay, is it like the time manipulation where they stop a character rather than slow down time itself? Like they stop...
No. Like you can go back in time with her, essentially.
Oh, how far? And like when you go back in time, do you also regain that, like the items that you used or the health that you lost?
This one's a little bit more complicated because this isn't necessarily based on an ability. It's based on the quest that you learn about Protea. And each time you went to fight Protea, you eventually, time was rewound and you were put back in a spot before. But you remembered everything, from what I'm aware. I don't know if that's canonically true, but you remember everything, and different wavelengths can detect that you were in a time before.
I want to say A tier with this one. I don't
quite
understand.
What do you think on the normal version of her?
Normal version of her looks like a basic character, and then the Prime looks like a complete upgrade of that character. It's like those fucking mobile game ads where, oh my god, there's this fucking fly. There's like this, you know, like those mobile games where you start off with like a really shitty rinky-dink boat in the middle of the ocean, and then you upgrade that bitch to like a massive war tank of a boat.
Yeah,
it's like that, in my opinion. My so expert veteran Warframe opinion.
Yeah, since you're amazing. So you said A tier?
I will say A tier. Actually, if anything, I could 1v1 you in Warframe and win. Next Warframe.
That's why this next Warframe, you are going to analyze what he looks like for a good few seconds before you say anything. So we have Corvex. Albrecht Intrati designed Corvex to protect a chosen operator from the unique hazards of his lab. A crucible core gives Corvex high survivability as he provides crowd control. And here is Corvex.
What the fuck is that? What is... Guys. Can we... Editor, can we blur that out? Guys, that's not appropriate for children. Tyler, I need you to do better next time.
Sorry, my bad.
What the...
My bad.
Who designed this? It's like such a brutalist looking character. for like its architecture. I think I've seen this character as a building, except the metal dick that it has. Why does it have that?
You think that's funny? Let me find a meme for you.
No. Actually, yeah, I'm curious.
Oh, that's a perfect meme. All right, ready for the meme?
I'm ready for the meme.
Okay.
I was born ready for the meme. I've seen this before, I swear to fucking God. And it's not even this version of it. That's wild. That's wild.
So what do you rate this guy?
Dude, that's an absolute ass. I don't know. I don't even need to know anything else. That's like based off this image alone, that's G Willikers. That's an S tier. On God, smash. Oh, actually, can we have another tier called SS? Super smashed? But not like me
I
smashing
just put him at the very front of S.
Yeah, can we put them at the very front of S? Let them know that this is top tier. Okay, this is the top tier at the top tier. I love that he's glowing red. I don't know. Is he aggressive or horny? I don't know.
Oh, no idea.
I'd take both, to be honest. Same time.
All right, next Warframe. All right.
Next.
Now
Warframe.
we have Revenant, which is unique to say the least. Revenant is macabre spectral power has risen. Infused with the essence of the Eidolon, Revenant has strong survivability and deals high damage. Enemies become his thralls.
I actually really like the way he looks in the second one. I mean, I like that like collar that he has coming out. What is his first ability?
His first ability is Enthrall. Convert a target into a zealous thrall. Thralls turn on their allies and enthrall through damage. On death, they disintegrate into a damaging pillar of energy. The Thrall Horde remains under Revenant's spell until his ability runs out.
Could you read a second one?
Mesmer Skin. Become enveloped in sentient energy, which redirects damage and stuns all those who dare attack. Stunned enemies can be enthralled at no energy cost.
I want to say this might be an S tier.
Okay.
This might be
All right.
an S tier or an A tier. I can't decide. Honestly, I won't be mad if you chose for me.
I will give you something to make your decision final. I tried killing one, joking around with a friend today, and couldn't kill him.
Let's say S tier.
Okay. There you go. There you go. Next, we have quite a classic Warframe. Quite a classic Warframe, to say the least. So we have Rhino. Very original name, by the way. Rhino packs a punch. He boasts high survivability and crowd control. The wise would do well to stand clear when he charges.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Bros, can we remake that meme? Just with the sharper version of it? The sharper older brother? The fuck is this? Come on, Warframe. At this point, you just need the memes. You're just designing these characters with the fucking memes. Oh my god, this one's just in black. Or a darker variation of it. Wild. Okay, well, if that's the case, if they're looking like this, I'm not gonna lie, dude. This is an easy F, but I do need to hear its ability. At least 2.
Okay. So we have Rhino Charge, which Rhino charges towards a target, clobbering any in his path and goring his victim. And then we have Rhino Stomp, which Rhino stomps with force sufficient to disrupt time, tumbling enemies around him in stasis.
God, if it wasn't for his like shitty character design, I think it might have put him at an A tier, but I want to put him at a B tier.
Okay. You didn't want to put him in S tier for that pointiness?
No, I already have one, okay, and I'm loyal. I don't want to switch.
Okay. Let's see if you're still loyal after you see this next Warframe. So, we have Saren. Saren is the Toxicity Queen. Toxicity is
Hold on, that's all you need to
strength.
say. Queen and toxic. Easy S.
Okay.
What does she look like? Actually, I don't even want to know. Just
wait.
put it on there.
Her serpentine powers deal heavy damage. For Saren, venom is a virtue. And Saren has 3 different frames, one of which is a proto frame.
Look, all I'm saying is that you should put her before the other guy.
Oh.
in the S tier.
Oh. Okay. Which one specifically of her forms?
The obvious one, of course.
Yeah.
God, you already fucking know which one I'm gonna choose. Just do it.
All right.
Guys, we gotta keep it PG, guys. We gotta keep it PG. Editor, blur it out. Blur it out. Replace it with photo of a dog.
Got it. I can easily do that. All right. Next we have Stevagoth. So no longer adrift in
Goth?
the void. Stevagoth.
Sevagoth?
Sevagoth with a V. Sevagoth.
Sevagoth.
Yes.
Is
No
it
longer adrift in the void, Sevagoth has returned. He and his shadow deal heavy damage.
Never mind.
In his high survivability, they are sustained by the reaping of wayward souls.
He does look cool though. I'm not gonna lie. I actually prefer the first form over the. Oh, okay. If the first form colors could be the prime colors. So no, alright, I have it flipped. I want that first form to be the same color. Sorry, I want the prime form to be the same color as the first form.
Okay.
Because that does look pretty badass. I do not fuck with the gold. What is his fourth ability?
And his fourth ability is Exalted Shadow. When the death well fills to above 75%, Sevagoth's shadow form is ready to be released. Tear the enemy asunder with a collection of melee-focused abilities.
What is a death well? Is that basically like the amount of enemies that you kill and then it increases into a meter?
That is a great question. I'm guessing that's like a meter.
That's what I'm guessing too.
Yeah. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that he's gonna have to be. I kind of want to say A tier.
Okay.
But these are a lot of A tiers. I don't. No, as a veteran myself, I've played every single one of these characters, and so I know where they belong and such. It's just which they do. I mean, as long as you know how to play the character, they're all relatively good if you know what you're doing. Of course, but
as long as you have primed flow, that mod on every single Warframe is good.
Yeah, of course. That's one of the essential things that you gotta have. Yeah, we'll go with A tier.
All right. We'll plop him in A tier. Okay. Next, we have Styanax, which never wonders how many enemies he'll face, only where he can find them. The Hoplite deals high damage. Enemies tremble before his spear and shield. He only has one form. Maybe in the next year he'll have a second.
Nice. Oh, I don't like his head. Oh, wait, was that his mouth or his nostrils? What the hell?
Yeah, good question.
That's so confusing. These are not like mechanical parts. And this is just like alien skin. It would be really cool to see an alien looking like that. But I want to say this is a. You need to know more of its abilities.
Okay. His fourth ability, he can release a huge barrage of arrows or javelins. I think it's javelins. And with his first ability, you can throw a javelin that will pull in enemies.
Okay, well that's like actually kind of badass. I'm not gonna lie, because then it's like a far range character and a close range character, right?
Think of a Spartan.
I want to say that might. I'm gonna say A tier. A tier. But put him at the very beginning.
Okay. Oh, I can put him before Atlas. Got it.
Yeah. Before Atlas.
Yeah, you definitely remember what Atlas does, right?
I do know what Atlas does, of course.
Oh,
but
okay, got it.
Frankly, I just want to get next to this next Warframe.
All right. We got the newest, the 60th Warframe of the game. We have Temple. Blazing with glamour and armed with an infested guitar Lizzie, Temple's power chords light the flames of revolution. And he also has a proto frame.
This fight looks kind of badass, I'm not gonna lie. Both variations of it. This is an S tier for me, I'm not gonna lie. I'll keep it a buck.
Instant S tier.
Instant S
Instant
tier.
smash.
Instant, I want to get smashed. Why this guy?
Oh, okay.
Instant, I want him to hurt me but make me feel safe at the same time. Instant, I want direct eye contact.
Got it. Okay. Interesting choice. Okay. All right. Well, on to the next one. That was easy. Easy.
Next, Warframe.
All right. So next we have Titania. Titania's fairy-like appearance bellies her formidable regal power. The Enchantress deals high damage and provides crowd control. She forces opponents to pay homage or perish.
I really like the second one. What is her ability?
Which ability?
Second one.
All right, her second one is Tribute. Cycle through and extract one of the 4 buffs when cast on an enemy. Thorns reduces incoming damage. Dust degrades enemy accuracy. Full Moon increases companion damage, and Entangle slows enemies within range.
But our third.
Third one is Lantern. Create a swarm of razor flies and transform an enemy into an irresistible floating beacon, attracting witless comrades and finally exploding.
I want to say A tier.
Okay. All right. Throw her into A tier and
A tier.
move on. That's a solid choice. I will say that.
Yeah, because, dude, I only make
Warframe
solid
Pro.
choice. I'm a Warframe Pro, veteran.
Yeah. That's why you're gonna love and you're gonna be so happy to see Trinity are, I believe, our second to last proto frame.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
Trinity embodies redemption and health. Her extraordinary healing powers support allies where others destroy, she restores. And her proto frame's name is Letty.
I do like the name Letty. Might be because Fast and Furious, but I do like her character. At least
Okay.
the Prime version. I'm still debating if I like the Proto frame.
I will say, with the proto frame, when you are messaging her on the text messaging, she calls you Babas.
She can call me whatever
Like-
she wants to call me.
And
I'll still
in
respond.
Spanish, I don't know what Babas means. I looked it up and it says drool, but I don't get it.
It does mean drool. I've known it only as meaning drools. Yeah, okay. I guess she just calls you saliva or drool. Or the stain of it, at least. That's interesting. But yeah, like I said, she can call me whatever she wants to call me.
Yeah. She's the Dami mommy, if that helps.
Oh yeah, I already knew. She gave that energy right away. But actually, what's her abilities? At least 2 of them. Go at random.
I know she does healing abilities.
Okay, and it's let's say S tier.
Okay, we can go to Trinity, get that healing abilities.
Put it behind the meme guy though.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Got it.
We'll rank these guys on the S. 2 types.
S type 1, S type 2.
Yes.
Okay. Now we have Valkyr. Valkyr was modified into a highly motivated and fearsome killer. She is adept at dealing damage and surviving. Her battle cry strikes terror into all who hear it.
She looks like she's in pajamas. Or like the Neon Evangelion suit.
Yeah.
It's an anime. I do fuck with the Prime. I do fuck with it. I do fuck with the kind of like the fuck, I don't know what to call it. It's like a jacket almost, or like a.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, cool. There's like that split in the middle, that goes into her legs, and then the gold trims. I don't like the V head though. I think if she had a different head, I'd be more appealed to it. What is her first ability?
Her first ability is Rip Line. Valkyr hurls forth a hook. If it hits an enemy, she pulls them to her. If it hits terrain, she pulls herself to the hook location.
So she travels. I feel like that'd be pretty easy because then, like in Warframe, there's like levels and tiers of buildings, right?
Essentially, yes.
Essentially, I feel like she would come in handy for that type of traversal. That being said, is there ability where she can fight a bit more?
She can increase melee speed while slowing of her allies while slowing down nearby enemies. She can stun and damage enemies with her shields. And she becomes a ball of vicious rage, capable of unleashing a torrent of deadly claw attacks on unsuspecting foes.
Unsuspecting. So they can't know that you're there, or is it unsuspecting as a really cool title to the ability?
I think just as a really cool thing to the ability.
Okay. In that case, I want to say A tier.
Okay. All right. Next we have Valuebon, which is Mr. Ballman.
Mr. Ballman.
Yes. Valuebon is the model of innovative technology. He deploys clever inventions to provide crowd control. His tenacity and focus makes him formidable. And here is Ballman.
What the hell? Why does he look so like... What the fuck?
What's wrong with him?
What is this game with their fucking crotch covers? I don't get it. They really love their crotch covers. Yeah. So much so that they got fucking this thing going on. Them and their crotch covers. What's his first ability?
His first ability is you can deploy 3 little seeking balls to go attack enemies.
I feel like this is a lazy character, to be honest. I was like thrown together. What's his second ability?
That one I do not know, even though I was just playing with him today.
Did you like it?
I played him for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it tells me everything I need to know already.
Okay, if you think so. His third one is he can throw 4 different deployable types of mines.
I don't like this character. I'm saying F tier.
Ooh, it's gonna make some people unhappy.
Well, they can be unhappy because this is a significantly inferior character to the majority, based off what I'm hearing.
Got it. Well, next we have Volt, which is the last of the ones that I was able to start with when it comes to Warframe. Volt is electricity flows through Volt. His attacks deal high damage. Enemies will be shocked.
They will be shocked.
They will. And his name is Volt. And I need...
Like the dog.
Okay, this is the last proto frame, Amir.
Look, I like his prime. I'm debating if I like his proto frame. Here's the thing. A lot of these proto frames, I feel like they put them in a bad lighting. Because there's that one blue-headed chick who... In the proto frame image, the first one, she looked kind of lame. But then with like the actual good lighting in the game, she looked pretty badass. Besides the V-cut bangs, those are really lame. But is okay. Here, can you tell me if he's a far, mid, or like close range character?
I will say he is pretty essential sometimes when it comes to void missions because he can make everyone in the party go super speedy fast.
So there are Warframes characters that play more as a support role?
Yes, this one I think can play both support and non-support.
I want to say A tier, but closer to the front.
Okay. Right
no,
there.
actually, no. I don't mind where you put him. Doesn't matter. You just put him in A tier. It doesn't matter.
All right, easy peasy there. All right, we got Varuna next, which does not have a second form yet. Varuna is 4 beasts, 1 heart. Varuna's loyal wolf pack makes her a deadly combination of strength and stealth. Beware the monstrous howl that heralds fangs of vengeance.
Whoa. This character looks cool. She's got like wolves on her fucking shoulders. What is that? Demons? Okay, just based off this character art alone, I want to say, okay, I'm thinking of the character design only, A tier, but what is her abilities?
Which one are you curious about?
The 4th one.
All right, her 4th ability is Ulfrun's Descent. When you tap the ability button, Varuna drops to all 4s and prepares 5 brutal charges that lock onto enemies. Ophrun, the most powerful wolf, leads the attack as Varuna dashes towards her target. The pack deals increased damage to targets and nearby enemies that are inflicted by status effects. Lethal attacks double the damage of Varuna's remaining charges. When you hold the ability, Ophrun guards Varuna, and if Varuna falls during this time, Ophrun dies in her place.
S tier.
S tier. Got another S tier, there we go. Took a little while. Well, anyway, if you don't want to be so low anymore, you can talk to Wisp.
What? Hey, actually, I already love the name S tier.
Okay, you will love a lot more about her. Wisp floats between the material and the ethereal. She accesses multiple dimensions to support her allies.
You've already sold me. It's S tier.
Fine, I'll just show you what she looks like.
Okay, maybe A tier.
But I mean, did you notice everything?
What do you mean everything?
What am I missing? The trims? She's missing her feet. What the hell?
No, that's not what I want you to notice.
The hips?
What do you want me to notice? You've mentioned hips multiple times.
The hips, man.
The hips?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't lie.
I'm trying to find a 3D picture. Just wait.
The 3D picture. No, I already like the details and such. The description. Okay, originally when you said Wisp, I already liked it because there's this band artist I listen to. Her name is Wisp, and I'm like celebrity crush. But yeah, that's why I said S tier. But
okay,
based off the description alone, also I think she's pretty cool.
Okay, so what do you think?
I think actually I'm gonna change it to A tier.
All right.
I feel like there's some things that she might be lacking on. Don't know what. Realistically speaking, I don't have enough information to even choose a tier. But
you're a pro Warframe player, so
I'm
your
a pro
answer
Warframe
is
player.
immediate.
I know what that's why I'm so quick to decide.
Yeah. So anyway, the next one is Wukong. The Simian warrior is a mountain. Yeah.
Wukong, is it anything to do or similar to like the game?
What game?
Wukong game. Isn't that a game? I think it won like I think it won something or was at least nominated for like Game of the Award or Game of the Year. Maybe.
I think that came out after this.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So maybe that copy this. Anyway, the Simian warrior is a mountain of strength. Wukong deals heavy damage and is high survivability. His quick trickster tactics are unforgettable. And a bam.
Yeah, it looks pretty badass actually. Holy
Definitely looks like a Wukong.
Wukong, yeah. I would want to say, I really do like the Prime version of it.
Mm-hmm.
I do really fuck with it. What is his second ability?
Alright, Cloud Walker. Evaporate into a cloud of mist and float through the battlefield, dazing any enemy encountered while healing Wukong and his twin.
Read me another one.
Celestial Twin. Shedding part of himself, Wukong creates a twin to fight by his side. Attack at range and the twin will melee. Pull a blade and the twin will lay down covering fire. Use again to command the twin to attack the target with increased damage.
I want to say he's an A tier. I think it's pretty useful that he has twin and that you can have that like alternating type, not alternate, but like have one mid range and close range. Is that what I understood from that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Sick.
Okay. Now we have Zaku, a broken Warframes adrift in the void and converge to create Zaku. Together they deal high damage, and Zaku proves that the sum of the whole is greater than its parts.
Ooh, okay. Whoa.
This one, I believe, was the first Prime Warframe released when I first started as well, fun fact.
Yeah, I like this one. I actually do like this one. I think it's a bit over-designed, but I do like the detached leg. I do like that look. It reminds me a little bit of this character called Jet Set Radio. It's from a game called Jet Set Radio Future. His name was Zero B. I kind of always like characters that look like that. What is their first ability?
Their first ability is they can give their weapons increased void damage, which is an elemental type.
Okay. Is that Void damage is elemental type, so it's like, what is that like in game to have?
It just gives you a lot more damage.
a lot more damage. That's it. Okay. What's the second one?
His second one is you can steal an enemy's weapon, and then for like a few seconds, maybe up to around 15 without mods, their weapons will fire back at them.
Wait, so like as they're holding it? They're
No, they won't be holding it anymore. It'll just be floating around your body.
Oh, okay. I want to say A tier. A tier for this one. I feel like I might play this one, just for the fact that I can do that. Hopefully the cooldown, or at least the amount of energy that I need to collect, isn't all that much. If I have that right, yeah, sick.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. Put it at B tier. B tier. I changed my mind.
B tier. Okay. All right, two more.
Two more.
We
Next
have
Warframe.
Ureli, which I will say a lot of people do not like getting Ureli, and I didn't even say her thing. So she's a wave rider, which can unleash a flood of destruction on the battlefield. Ureli's aqueous attacks deal high damage, surfs up, enemies down. So she kind of goes hand in hand with a thing called a K drive, which is a hoverboard.
A hoverboard? Got me there, man. Easy. But you said people don't like her. Why don't they
don't like farming for her?
Farming for her. They don't like farming for her because it's like
because you have to complete a quest with the K drives, and it's sometimes hard to actually complete the missions.
But considering how many people actually do farm it for her, it makes it pretty worth it, right?
Potentially.
You're saying potentially because you don't want to tell me.
Because I've never played the Warframe.
Oh, okay.
I have yet to complete that quest.
Are you in the process of completing it then?
No.
I want to say she might be an A tier. But no, maybe S. What? Okay, hold on. What are her abilities? Just second one.
It's Marilena. Summon Marilena, a rideable creature of the waves, and the inspiration for K driving. Marilena protects Ureli by absorbing a large portion of incoming damage.
Third.
Aqua Blades. Tear through foes with a trio of orbiting aquatic blades. Which, if you played BTD6, it's like the Glaive Lord, I believe. The Boomerang Monkey. Tier 5.
That is a goated reference. For that alone, S tier.
I gave it a great reference. Wow.
Yeah, you gave it a great reference. I fucking love that little crop. Fucking. All right. Next Warframe. Last Warframe. Let's get it.
We have Zephyr. Command the power of the wind. Zephyr's cyclonic abilities.
Wait a minute. Command the power of the wind. I can do the same thing. All I have to do is eat a couple beans, and 40 minutes later, I can control the wind.
Okay, there you go.
Just saying.
You're already better than her.
Already, I'm better.
But can you deal high damage and provide crowd control? She also swoops in from above and leaves a path of destruction.
Look, depending on what I eat, I can do some crowd control.
Yikes, man.
I do not like her first phase, but her second phase is a little bit more appealing to me. I just feel like the helmet or the face is way over designed. But what is her first ability?
Okay, it's called Tailwind. From the ground, charge and release to launch Zephyr into an airborne hover. From the air, tap to dash forward or aim down to dive bomb enemies below.
I want to say A tier. That does seem pretty useful.
Even though it has a pointy nose?
Even though it has a pointy nose, I think this character might be, this Warframe might be an A tier.
All right. So, overall, are you happy with all of this?
I feel pretty satisfactory, not gonna lie.
Pretty satisfactory. Well, I can see a few things people might hate. So
Really?
we'll
Well,
see.
I couldn't disagree more. I think I have such a fair tier list that everyone should agree with.
You're a pro, so obviously no
pro.
one can argue.
We have to get me with a computer so then I could show them how it's really done.
Yeah,
How to play
exactly.
every single one of these characters that they will disagree with, that it's actually a good character.
Exactly. Like you picked them fairly, and if they were bad, they're bad. No matter what. End of discussion. But
Yeah.
if they're good, they're good.
They're good. They're good.
And you
I-
weren't biased with anything.
I wasn't when was I ever biased, guys?
Never.
Never. Ever.
No.
Me never. I'm not supposed to have an opinion. But yeah, like I said, I'm not supposed to have an opinion. I was gonna lead on with something else, but I'm not supposed to have an opinion, so I don't have an opinion. Okay. Each one of these characters
Yeah.
are rated fairly.
Well, that's great. So glad to hear that.
So glad, because I mean it, of course. Why would I want to do that? It's like discrimination towards other characters and favoring other. It's almost like I just don't know. I'm a fair, honest person.
Well, there you go. Because you are a pro at Warframe.
I'm a pro because I know what I'm talking about. I don't
Exactly.
ever make mistakes about
Never.
Warframe.
Not once.
Not once. Never have.
So that was my friend ranking every single Warframe in the game, and I hope you enjoyed. Shout out to him doing this. It was quite interesting, to say the least. So if you want to check him out, his socials will be in the description. One day, we will get him to play Warframe. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Maybe like and subscribe. I don't really give a crap. And if you want to check out maybe a Discord, the link is below as well. So yeah, I will just see you in the next video.